What's up, YouTube? What's up, my subs? Do you use the self-checkout at Walmart? Because yesterday when I was in Walmart and I was buying a buggy full of groceries, all they had open was the self-checkout. That's it. I went up to the woman and I told her, I says, I'm sorry, you're going to have to put these groceries away. I don't use self-checkouts. And she says, hang on. She went and talked to her manager, and the manager come down and talked to me. Manager opened up a lane and said, all right, well, you don't have to use the self-checkout. You can use a regular lane. A woman come over there and started checking me out. Now, it would be a horrible thing, but I'm going to tell you right now, unless you guys step up and start demanding how business takes care of you, you're determining people's lives, their jobs. When they originally brought the bank machine in, okay, the bank machine wiped out, thousands and thousands of jobs. And everybody uses the ATMs now. They're getting ready to bring robots into McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, and all these other places. If you become a mindless zombie and actually use those places when they do this, you're costing people millions of jobs. McDonald's is the second largest employer of the USA. Walmart's the first. Now remember, these places don't operate unless they have your money. You decide what they do. I don't even understand why anybody uses a self-checkout. I mean, I could see if you had one or two items maybe, but they're a pain in the butt to use. I've used them a couple times, and I was like, what am I doing? I'm giving this business my money, and they want me to work to get the items out of the store. It was extremely buggy. I didn't get a smile from the girl. There was nobody to smile. It was a computer looking at me. I carry on a conversation with the person that's checking me out. They pay attention to double bag things that possibly may break, or they single bag items and they say, hey, you want to take this out right now. I mean, the customer care is just amazing when it's a human being. But yet I see people lined up using these things. And I'm like thinking, are you guys trying to lose your jobs? On the one hand, people are saying, get a job to people that are on food stamps or welfare. But at the same time, they're going through these things and costing people their jobs. You decide what is going to happen to our world. I am not going to walk into a McDonald's that has a robot, even though I'm a computer programmer, and take away somebody's job. I'll go to a different restaurant. I will make it known that I will not do this. Now, if everybody comes together and does this, they will not put them inside these businesses. After all, without our money, they don't continue to operate. You decide how it works. And I don't think a hamburger is going to break you. I can understand why people go to Walmart and shop there because, they're a big corporation. They get items extremely cheap compared to other places. And people have no choice. I mean, everybody's looking to take their own money and extend it as far as they can. I do the same thing. I try not to buy everything at Walmart. I do that. But it's actually very difficult. But when it comes down to these other businesses like McDonald's or Burger King or KFC and some of these other places that start bringing in their so-called robots, send out a message and don't give them your money. Say enough's enough. We all costed bank tellers thousands and thousands of jobs that used to support, feed their families, and pay their mortgages. Gone. They're doing it with self-checkouts now. There was no regular checkout open in Walmart when I went there. I had to be a prick and say, look, you're going to have to put this stuff away. Because I even told my wife, I said, I'm not using those things. I said, all they do is take people's jobs. I said, I'm not using them at all. And she says, well, they'll probably just put the stuff away. I said, well, let them. I'll go someplace else. I don't care. And they opened up another lane. So don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to tell people, I'm not using those things. I'm not taking away somebody's job. Because literally, when people use these self-checkouts, they're taking away a person's job. No different than they did with the ATMs. And now they're going to bring the robots into the McDonald's and the Burger Kings and the KFCs. You got to take a stand. And really, it's just a matter of, look, I'm not using those. I'm not giving you my money to use those. And it will change and you will save a person's job. So think about that the next time you actually think about using one of these. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm being kind of nuts? Do you think I should just take in whatever corporation says, hey, you need to, put your head down and do what I tell you to do? Because I don't feel that way. And the girl herself, I told her, I said, all that stuff is doing is taking people's jobs. I said, I'm not going to use it. And she actually thanked me. She says, I wish everybody did that. So there you have it. The next time you look at a self-checkout, demand that you have an open land. And a lot of people, even though they'll sit back and they'll say, well, they got long lines on the other places and there's no lines with the self-checkout, so people will actually motivate and use it then. Again, don't use it. When I've been in Walmart and I've had a buggy load of groceries and the lines have been long, I put my hand up to the one and said, excuse me, this is taking far too long. You need to put this away. And I've walked out of the store. That is another way you can demand that things change. And things did change in my local Walmart. When I had gone back, all of a sudden there was no lines. You can demand and dictate how a business does their business. They want your money. So if you're standing in line, for 20 minutes, that's ridiculous. These corporations make the money to hire people, and they don't pay them great wages. So don't be afraid to speak up. Stop being a sheep. Stop putting your head down. Don't be afraid to say, well, it's going to take me an extra hour to make this point, and I'm going to have to go someplace else, maybe to a different Walmart. I'm going to have to go someplace else and get my groceries. Anyhow, that's what I do. Maybe I'm being a prick. Hey, let me know down in the comments. Because I'm getting fed up with business telling me how I'm going to spend my money. Catch you guys later.